Sound check. Say testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2.
1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. Brother Michael Paul here. Hello, everybody. Here we are on the brink of our Easter celebration, and in this very strange day that we have before the solemnity of solemnities, just wanted to take a moment and maybe reflect a little bit on what this day means. What is the pandemic that we're living right now? What day is it most closely related to in Holy Week? And we're definitely, as a world, not yet at the resurrection, that's for sure. Hopefully it's coming very soon. But if we had to relate it to one of these days during Holy Week, I think it's definitely Holy Saturday. And it's not just because, Jesus is self-isolating in the tomb today, right? No. It's because there's a lot going on, I would say, behind the scenes. It's really a day where we have to dig really deep in our faith. During this very strange day, there's really only one person left, and that's the Virgin Mary, who really is holding on to this faith in everything that Jesus had foretold. And I think we really have to depend on the intercession of our Mother, for our church, for our world, in each one of our lives, to have that same strength of faith, to really dig deep and to believe that Christ can bring about a resurrection in our world through what we're living. Jesus rose from the dead. There was a before and an after in our world in a very profound way, right? The way that the world existed before the resurrection of Christ and the way that the world existed afterwards is completely different. We now have the possibility to live the same life that God lives in himself. The doors of heaven are open. Christ can make a miracle out of this, and that the world really can be a better place after what we're living right now. I honestly believe that we'll come out of this as a humanity with a greater sense of compassion, a greater sense of thanksgiving for the incredible blessings that we live in this age, the ability to be with one another, to enjoy the sunshine in a park together. I think for us as a church as well, that this will be really an opportunity for us to realize how much we do need each other. We strengthen each other in our life of faith, in our life of hope, in our life of charity. And we need one another. We need the church. We need the church community. And most importantly, we need the sacraments, right? So I just want to leave you with a brief part of a text that we read last night for the vigil. It's an ancient homily that was written for this very day, and it starts like this. What is happening? I love the beginning of that homily. What is happening? Today there is a great silence over the earth, a great silence and stillness, a great silence because the King sleeps. The earth was in terror and was still, because God slept in the flesh and raised up those who were sleeping from the ages. God has died in the flesh, and the underworld has trembled. Truly he goes to seek out our first parents like a lost sheep. He wishes to visit those who sit in darkness and in the shadow of death. He goes to free the prisoner Adam and his fellow prisoner Eve from their pains, he who is God and Adam's son. The Lord goes into them holding his victorious weapon, his cross, and grasping his hand, raises him up, saying, Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give you light.